सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सुखं नित्यं स्वप्रकाशं व्यापकं नामरूपयोः अधिष्ठानं बुद्ध्यबोध्यं बुद्धेर्दृग्यत्तु निर्मलम् अपारं सर्ववेदान्तवेद्यं प्रत्यक्परं महः तदेवाहं न मत्तोऽन्यदिति मे निश्चिता मतिः। Page number 84, topic number 147. Fourth line. अतः एव अधिष्ठानरज्ज्वादिसाक्षात्कारेण आरोपितसर्पादिरिव आरोपितसर्पादिज्ञानमपि बाध्यते तस्यान्तःकरणं परिणामत्वे तु न बाधो युज्यते। अतः आरोपितसर्पादिवत् तज्ज्ञानमप्यविद्याकार्यत्वात् सदसद्विलक्षणमनिर्वचनीयं भवति। The author Nischala, dwelling upon the topic of Anirvachaniya Khyati of Advaitin, to negate the Sānkhya philosopher and other systems also with regard to the phenomenon of erroneous perception. Seeing the snake upon the rope is a type of error. This error, how it happens, what are all things are taking place in that error, that the Nischala is elaborately explaining. Even though in many classes we use this rope snake example, and 2 minutes or 5 minutes maximum we will explain and you understand and enjoy the example also very nicely. But here the author want to involve more deeply so that we will also get the clarity of this topic of Anirvachaniya Khyati. Anirvachaniya means inexplicable. Khyati means prasiddham, that it is appearance, its appearance or it is appearing in front of us. That rope snake, does it exist or not? The answer is, you cannot say it is existence also, or you cannot say it is non-existence also. Neither it is existence snake or totally non-existent. That's why it is called Anirvachaniyam. That is the Lakshanam he is explaining. What is that Anirvachaniyam? He says, the step by step we have to remember from past 2 classes I am explaining. When there is a semi-darkness, a person sees the rope as a snake. That is called arthadhyasa, I said. The object outside external object, superimposed object, is called arthadhyasa. Adhyasa means superimposition. So, in this paragraph, in this topic 147, Brahmasthale, in this, with regard to this erroneous perception, Sarpa Jnanamapi Avidya Parinamaha, he is explaining. The second factor, Sarpa Jnanam, in the Antahkaranam, it rises. Rope ignorance is divided into two. Rope ignorance divided into two. One is Arthadhyasa, another is Jnanadhyasa. Arthadhyasa means Sarpa outside, its pratiti, appearance, and second Adhyasa is ignorance inside, in the Antahkaranam, Sarpa Anubhava or Sarpa Jnanam or Sarpa Vritti in one's own mind. So that Sarpa Adhyasa and Sarpa Jnana Adhyasa, both are simultaneously, they rise Yugapat, he said. Then the question was raised, what is that? Where this avidya exists? What is the locus of avidya? We saw in the last class, avidya exists in the consciousness. Any ignorance, avidya means ignorance. Any ignorance can exist only in Chaitanyam, in conscious being. You can say Krishna is ignorant of computer. Krishna is ignorant of computer, you can say. But you cannot say computer is ignorant of Krishna. Not Lord Krishna, here one person, Krishna. So computer is ignorant of Krishna, you cannot say. But you can say Krishna is ignorant of computer. What it means? Computer is inert. That computer cannot have neither knowledge or ignorance. Because an inert thing can never be the locus of ignorance. Therefore, I said in the last class, ignorance is located in the consciousness only. So this is also, we have understood that. Now two versions of ignorance we have got. One type of ignorance is Sarpa Adhyasa, snake outside, one ignorance. That ignorance is rope ignorance. Rope ignorance is there outside, but because he is seeing snake upon that. Then inside, second ignorance is inside, thought level. Sarpa Vritti, inside, Sarpa Jnana. So two versions of ignorance. Now two versions of consciousness also we have to express. Last class I introduced two versions of consciousness, means manovritti that goes outside. Now you can see this is looks like a snake, but this is rope. When I show, immediately rope, snake thought comes in your mind. Snake thought comes in your mind. So this thought, whatever rise in your mind, it pervades the rope snake. It pervades the rope snake. That is what we are telling here, that all consciousness is all pervading. Since it is all pervading, it is pervading the rope snake also. I hope you are all able to see this rope snake. Okay? Rope that which is appearing like a snake. This rope snake is appearing in the mind in the form of vritti. How it has come? Your eyes and your mind through the eyes, it has come and pervaded the rope snake. Once it is pervaded, the all-pervading consciousness, here already sarpa arthadhyasa is there and jnanadhyasa is overlapping. For that I showed one example last class. Just as the small vessel, there is space in the small vessel. Is there space in the big vessel? And we can put this in the small vessel, in the big vessel, the space akasha, vessel patravachinna akasha. So akasha is accommodating, akasha is all pervading. So akasha is there in that big vessel also. When I put the small vessel, big vessel also akasha is there, small vessel also akasha is there. So both are overlapping each other. Like that, here also from the antakaranam, the thought goes outside, nana chidra ghatodara sthitamaha tadvat. Like that it goes outside and pervade the rope snake. Tat tat antakarana avachinna chaitanyam. Ghatavachinna chaitanyam, patavachinna chaitanyam, that chaitanyam, it pervades. This we don't recognize this consciousness in inert objects. Even the consciousness is there. In inert objects, we don't recognize in the wall, in the table, in the fan, we don't recognize this consciousness. So therefore, like Mahakasha, Ghatakasha, like that, here also, this Tattat Avachinna Chaitanyam, Antakarana Avachinna Chaitanyam, Rajju Avachinna Chaitanyam, that consciousness enclosed by the rope, both joined together. My mind is also there at the time of perception. At the time of perception means now you look at the snake, you are perceiving the snake, rope snake. So your mind is also, vritti is also pervading the rope snake. So the mind, my mind is also, is there. How mind has gone there? Through that vritti. Vritti, that means enclosed chaitanyam is there. Antakarana avachinna chaitanyam is there. Antakarana avachinna chaitanyam, there is the overlapping of this sarpadhyasa is overlapped by the jnanadhyasa. Both are together. Simultaneously yugapat they have appeared, he said. That yugapat word he used. Then later he said this two ignorances, arthadhyasa, jnanadhyasa, two consciousnesses as it were, antakarana avachinna chaitanyam, rajju avachinna chaitanyam, two are there. So rope ignorance located, consciousness enclosed in the rope generates snake. For this in Sanskrit I said in the last class. So avachinna chaitanyams are also two chaitanyams, two consciousnesses. How what generate what now? Which chaitanyam generate sarpa jnanam and sarpa, two adhyasa dvayam generated by whom? We saw in the last class, rope ignorance located consciousness enclosed in the rope generate the snake. Rajju avachinna chaitanya nishtha rajju avadya sarpam janayati. This we saw in the last class. Again deliberately I am repeating because I know this is a little difficult to grasp. Therefore I am repeating. First version is this. Rajju avachinna chaitanya nishtha rajju avidya sarpam janayati. That means rope ignorance located consciousness enclosed in the rope generate snake. Okay, this is the first version of ignorance. That chaitanyam pervading. Then second one is Antakaranaavachinna chaitanya nishtha rajju avidya sarpa jnanam janayati. Rajju avachinna chaitanya nishtha rajju avidya sarpa jnanam janayati. So these two versions we have to remember. So two versions of Chaitanyam, two versions of ignorance, two versions of products. One product outside, one product inside. Arthadhyasa is outside, Jnanadhyasa inside, two products. And one ignorance is inside, another ignorance is outside. Two ignorances. Two Chaitanyams also. Rajju avachinna Chaitanyam and Antakarana avachinna Chaitanyam. So two avachinna Chaitanyams are also we have to understand. Then he said that tamoguna pradhana rajju avidya sarpam janayati. Outside sarpa, external snake, is generated by avidya. That avidya is equated to Maya. So Maya and avidya both are one and the same, I said in the last class. So Maya has got three gunas. Therefore avidya also has got three gunas. In that three gunas, tamoguna pradhana avidya bahya sarpam janayati. It generates the external snake upon the rope. What about internal antakarana chaitanyam? That sattvaguna pradhana avidya. Sattvaguna pradhana avidya sarpa anubhavaha janayati. Sarpa anubhavam janayati. It generates sarpa jnanam or sarpa vritti. So rajju jnanena, both of them, sarpaha outside and sarpa jnanam internally, which is there, both of them, rajju jnanena. Once that person comes and put the light, you get rajju jnanam. So rajju jnanam means rope knowledge. Rajju jnanena. Once you understand that is rope, what happens? Adhyasa dvayam. Both the adhyasas, arthadhyasa, jnanadhyasa, both arthadhyasa dvayasya nivrittihi bhavati. Both the adhyasas go simultaneously. So what he said, both rise simultaneously, sarpadhyasa, arthadhyasa generate simultaneously, and they disappear also simultaneously when rope knowledge comes. Okay, all these are the points in the last class I said. I have revised now. Now let us look into the next portion. So ataha aropita sarpadivat tad jnanamapi. Just as the superimposed snake is outside, which is there, which is avidya karyam, this internal jnanam, sarpa jnanam, that jnanam also, that jnanamapi avidya karyatvat. It is also is the product of avidya, ignorance only, generated by ignorance. Therefore what? Sat asad vilakshanam. You cannot say it is there, snake is there, you cannot say. If it is there, it will never go. Okay? If it is real snake, you have to call a snake a snatcher, the one who catches snakes. You have to call him, or you have to beat it, or something you have to do. Real snake, if it is. But you are afraid of that, therefore we are accepting the snake there. But if it is real, it will not go by switching on the light. When you switch on the light, it is disappearing. You understand it is not there. It is asatu, you understand. Therefore, this is sad asad vilakshanam. It is neither existent nor non-existent. It is different. That is called anirvachaniyam. Up to here we saw in the last class. Next portion. Apitu ayam visheshaha pratibhasika sarpadi rajvad yupahita adhisthana chaitanyastha tamoguna pradhana vidyamsha parinamaha tadvishayaka vritti jnanam tu idamakara vrityabhivyanjaka sakshi chaitanyastha satvaguna pradhana vidya vidyamsha parinama iti vivekaha. This is what I said is because when I read you will feel little difficult. That's why I explained before itself. Now sattva-guna, rajoguna, tamoguna, what is their job? He is explaining. Apitu ayam viseshaha. So sarpadhyasa and jnanadhyasa both are there, and avachinna chaitanyam is also there. We have understood. Whereas here, how they are projected by what guna of avidya? He says, pratibhasika sarpadihi. The projected snake. Pratibhasika means projected. Sarpadi. Adipadat, you have to remember that Shukti Rajata. Rajatam, silver, and marriage water. Adipadat. Rajvad yupahita adhisthana chaitanyastha. Rajvadi. Rajju, Adipadat, that Shukti and sand, etc. Enclosed, upahita means enclosed. Adhisthana chaitanyam. So that consciousness is enclosed in that, like space is enclosed by the vessel. Similarly, Rajju, this chaitanyam is enclosed by the rope. Rope or Shukti or sand. Chaitanya. Adhisthana chaitanyam. Adhisthana means substratum. That substratum, chaitanyastha, located. Stha indicates located. Stha means nishtha. Nishtha means located. Upahita chaitanyam, consciousness enclosed in the rope. Rajju upahita chaitanyam. Consciousness enclosed in the rope. That is Rajvadyupahita. Rajju Adi Upahita. Adi Padat, Shukti and sand. That example also erroneous perception happens. Adhisthana Chaitanyastha. Tamoguna Pradhana Avidya. So that avidya is located in that chaitanyam. Because chaitanyam is the location of avidya, ignorance. So for avidya, it's tamoguna. Tamoguna pradhana. Predominantly tamoguna. What it does, avidyamshaha parinamaha. That is version number 1. Sarpa jnanam comes because of sarpa. It's not sarpa jnanam. Sarpa outside, external, outside, bahya sarpaha, that is pratitihi, appears. Parinamaha means modification or projection. It is tamoguna because of avidya tamoguna. Tad vishayaka vritti jnanant. Tad vishayaka means that sarpa vishayaka. Sarpa vishayaka, tad vishayaka, vritti jnanam. Vritti jnanam means sarpa jnanam. Vritti jnanam, sarpa jnanam tu idam akara. Idam akara. Idam means this is. This is samanyamsha. Idam amsha. This is. What is this? Is this rope or snake? That person do not know. First, this is. That amsha he knows. Idam akara. Idam means this is. Idam akara. Vritti abhivyanjaka. Vritti means thought. Abhivyanjaka. Sakshi chaitanyastha. Abhivyanjaka means here upahita sakshi chaitanyastha. Idam vritti. This is samanya amsha. And because Vishesha Amsha is rope exactly. That Vishesha Amsha he do not know. He knows this is. Immediately what happens because of semi-darkness, the Vishesha Amsha he mistakes as a snake. First idam amsha vritti abhivyanjaka sakshi chaitanyastha sattva guna pradhana avidya. So that avidya, ignorance which is enclosed, sakshi chaitanyam which is enclosed by that avidya, in that avidya there is sattva guna. That sattva guna pradhana avidya alone is its parinama only sarpa jnanam. This already I saw. Sarpa jnanam tu iti vivekaha. This is the knowledge we get. One external snake is born out of tamoguna of avidya, and internal sarpa jnanam is born out of sattva guna of avidya. That is tamoguna born, this is sattva guna born. But this vritti also pervaded upon the snake outside, overlap. That is why you have got knowledge. What is the connection between that sarpa? This sarpa now I am showing you, and you are seeing. What is the connection? You are somewhere sitting, but sarpa's rope is in my hand. You are looking at it as a snake. What is the connection? That connection can you see with your eyes? You cannot see. That thought goes outside through the eyes and pervades, envelops the snake which is rope, looking like a snake which is in my hand now. You are somewhere sitting in abroad or Hyderabad or Bangalore or somewhere in Chennai or in wherever you are sitting, but see that your thought has pervaded here. Okay, even online class also, thought will not stop. You see, online class also, you can see that rope snake, and your eyes and your thought comes out and pervades the rope snake. That is the viveka. Now you have got viveka or not? All of you have got viveka. Then what? Viveka. Now I'll read later. Rajvadyupahita chaitanyastha avidya yada sarpadyākāreణ parinamate tada eva tadvrutyupahita sakshi chaitanyastha api avidya sarpadi jnānākāreణ parinamate ena karanena rajvadyupahita chaitanyastha vidyāyam क्षोभो जायते तेनैव कारणेन साक्षि चैतन्यस्था विद्यायामपि क्षोभो जायते. Now the kshoba word has come here. Kshoba. Kshoba means ignorance getting ready to create vikshepa. Vikshepa means that idamamsha, after seeing there is, this is, he saw, this is, now vikshepa starts. What is that vikshepa? Kshoba. That kshoba is, this is snake. That snake is that ignorance is getting ready to get superimposition. Ignorance, ajnanam means ajnanam, superimposition means adhyasa. So this ignorance is bhava rupa. So you know your ignorance or not? Yes, you know your ignorance. What are all ignorance you have, you know. So it is bhava rupam. It is not abhava rupam. Swamiji says always another Swamiji, Sachidanandendra Saraswati, he says avidya is abhava rupam. In Mula Vidya, when he is talking elaborately, he is our Purva Pakshi. So Swamiji says, we say avidya is bhava rupaha. It is existent principle only, entity only. It is not non-existent. Because we all know I have this existence, this ignorance, that ignorance, ignorance. That means existent ignorance you know or non-existent ignorance you know. I know my ignorance. Is it existent ignorance or non-existent? Existent means bhava rupam. Non-existent means abhava rupam. How can I experience the non-existent ignorance? Therefore, I experience existent ignorance only. That's why it is called bhava rupaha. Bhava rupa avidya is the material cause. Parinamaha means material cause or upadana karanam. Look into the portion now. Rajvad yupahita chaitanyastha avidya. That avidya which is there in the chaitanyam of that Rajju Upahita, enclosed by the rope. Rajju Upahita Chaitanyastha Vidya Yada Sarpadi Ācarena Parinamate. When it is modified as Sarpa Ācarena, Sarpadi Ācarena, or Rajata, or water on the sand. Ācarena Parinamate, generate external sarpa, that is tada eva, at that time itself. The moment you see this rope snake in my hand, tada eva, that time itself, tadyupahita sakshi chaitanyastha api avidya sarpa vijnana ācarena parinamate. Correct? Seeing sarpa, rope snake in my hand, now immediately snake knowledge is coming or not inside. That is what he is telling. Tadyupahita sakshi chaitanyastha. Where is this sakshi chaitanya? Avidya. It is there in avidya. Sarpadi jnana ācarena. So always we have to remember, avidya can never exist independently of chaitanya. Avidya always existent in Sakshi Chaitanya, because that is the locus. That is why he says Tad Vritti Upahita Sakshi Chaitanya. Vritti Upahita means what? Antakaranastha Sakshi Chaitanya. In their ignorance is there, avidya is there. Immediately what generated? Sarpa Ācarena. Sarpadi Ācarena Rajata. Akaram, silver I may superimpose, or water I may superimpose on the land, silver I may superimpose on the shell, and snake I superimpose on the rope. Parinamate. This is called Jnanadhyasaha. Yena karanena rajvadyupahita chaitanyastha avidyaya. By which reason, cause, karanena, Rajvadi Upahita Chaitanyastha Avidyayam. In that avidyayam, which avidya? Chaitanyastha avidya. That avidya which is located in the Chaitanyam. Upahita Chaitanyastha, which is located, enclosed in the Rajju Adi. Rajju, etc. What happens? Kshobaha jayate. What do you mean by kshobaha? In footnote below, he gave that bottom, upadanasya karyabhimukhatvam kshobaha. In the last line, in small letters, it is there. Upadanasya karyabhimukhatvam kshobaha. Here, abhimukhatvam means preparedness, ready. Like in running race, when they are going to start running race, before that, how they sit, one leg front, one leg back, they sit and they are ready to run. That is preparedness for running. After whistle, they start running. So that is called preparedness here. Whenever cause gets ready to prepare, that preparation is called kshobaha. When cause gets ready to generate superimposition, it is ready, it has not yet generated. Before going to generate, it is ready, and that is called kshobaha, to produce the effect. The preparedness to produce the effect of that cause is called kshobaha. I think I am communicating. Shobha means the preparedness of the cause before producing the effect. Okay? Now the sarpa is the effect. Before it is going to generate, avidya is the cause. Avidya parinamaha only sarpaha. So the readiness of avidya is called kshobha. So example, we can see another example also. Seed has got capacity to sprout. Seed has got capacity to sprout. So the rainfall and germinating, that rainfall helps to germinate. That power of that seed to germinate is called kshobha. So it is a technical term. Here it is used. Kshobha means activation ityartha. Activation takes place. Activation takes place in the first version. Kshobha jayate. Tenaiva karanena sakshi chaitanyastha avidyayamapi kshobha jayate. So first kshobha is arthadhyasa. Second kshobha is jnanadhyasa. Again two kshobha. That means capacity to generate sarpa first and capacity to generate sarpa jnanam. Okay, kshobha jayate. Tasmat brahmasthale sarpadi vishayaha tad jnanani cha yugapadeva utpadyante rajvadyadhishthana sakshatkarena yugapadeva praliyante cha ittham cha brahmasthale bahya chaitanyastha avidyamshaha sarpadi vishayopadana karanam anta sakshi chaitanyastha avidyamshaha sarpadi vishayaka jnana rupa vrityupadana karanam bhavati. I hope you understand. Very nice presentation. In this brahmasthale, when the erroneous perception is happening, brahmasthale, tasmat, therefore, brahmasthale, where that superimposition or erroneous perception, bhranti, is taking place, like sarpa, etc., sarpa, rajata, water, all these, vishaya jnanani, vishayaha jnanani, vishayaha bahuvachanam, jnanani bahuvachanam. Why bahuvachanam? Because he is giving three examples. Always bahuvachanam is more than two. More than 1, 2, 3, minimum 3. So our examples are sarpa, vishayaha, and the second one is rajatam, shukti, on shukti, rajatam, on shell, silver appearance, and on sand, marriage water appearance. So vishayaha. So because they are also erroneous perceptions only, vishayaha, and jnanani also. Sarpa jnanam, rajata jnanam, and jala jnanam. Both three jnanams, all of them yugapadeva. Yugapadeva, don't mistake that when sarpa jnanam comes, there itself rajata jnanam, there itself water jnanam comes. Not that is the meaning. Yugapat means. Here yugapat simultaneously means sarpa arthadhyasa and here sarpa jnanadhyasa, or rajatadhyasa outside and sarpa rajata jnanadhyasa. Rajatadhyasa, silver outside, silver object, and silver vritti here, thought level. Or you can say outside water, jalam, that is object, arthadhyasa, and jala jnanam here, jnanadhyasa. That is the meaning. Okay, not all of them together. Okay, one adhyasa itself confusing. Three all of them come at the same time, problem. Okay, yugapadeva utpadyante. That means arthadhyasa, jnanadhyasa. In all these examples, They start simultaneously, they come simultaneously. That is the meaning. So, Rajvadi Adhishtana Sakshatkarena. Once you see the rope as rope, rope as rope. Now Brahma has gone. You are switched on light. Or near the shell you go and you see the shell as shell. And you go near that sand also, you see sand as sand. So all of them, Yugapadeva Praliyante. At a time, simultaneously, that Arthadhyasa and Jnanadhyasa, both of them, Sarpadhyasa and Sarpagnanadhyasa, or Rajatadhyasa, Rajata Jnanadhyasa, both of them simultaneously, or Jala Adhyasa, Jala Jnanadhyasa, both of them simultaneously, Praliyante, they disappear. Itham cha brahmastha, I read itham cha, in this manner, in the same way, in this manner, brahmasthale bahya chaitanyastha avidyamshaha. That avidyamsha, that portion of avidya which is there outside, bahya chaitanyastha sarpadhyasa, outside, sarpadi vishayo upadana karanam bhavati. So what is the sarpa upadana karanam? What is the material cause of that snake outside? That material cause is avidya alone, sarpadi vishayopadana karanam bhavati. That avidya amshaha, which is enclosed, chaitanyam enclosed by the rope, that avidya is there, ignorance is there, rope ignorance is there, there sarpadi vishayaha upadana, sarpadi vishaya, the upadana karanam, the material cause of that rope snake. Just material cause means wood is the material cause of furniture. Like that, avidya is the material cause out of which the products like rope snake and silver, shell silver, like that they appear. So that is bahya vishayaha, antaraha vritti cha, both of them. So the material cause, upadana karanam bhavati. Antakarana, antasakshi chaitanyastha avidyamsha. Now two chaitanyams are there. Bahya sarpa rajju avachinna chaitanyam is there. Antakarana avachinna chaitanyam is there. That avidya amsha, outside is also there, inside also there. This amsha, sarpadi vishayaka jnana rupam vrityu upadana karanam bhavati. So antakarana vritti avachinna chaitanyastha avidya sarpadhyasasya sarpajnanasya parinama upadana karanam. Vritti upadana karanam bhavati. Vritti upadana is there, you have to split it as vritti plus upadana. Vritti upadana karanam bhavati. So the material cause. Otherwise, how the product will come? So material cause is there. That material cause, just as the thread is the material cause for the cloth. Now for our rope snake, what is the material cause? Avidya is the material cause. Ignorance is the material cause. Parinami karanam. Parinami karanam. Because one person sees that as snake, another person may see as garland, another person may see it as a water stream. So all these parinamas and changes are taking place. Parinama means projection. Here projection or arthadhyasa. Arthadhyasa production is called parinamaha. So arthadhyasa, jnanadhyasa must be thorough for you now. So that adhyasa and ajnanam, chaitanyam, two are there. Now we have got it. Once again I will repeat. Adhyasa are two types. Object, external object, adhyasa number one, sarpadhyasa or arthadhyasa. Adhyasa number 2 is what? Snake knowledge, sarpa jnanam. Internal or external or outside, inside? Inside. Thought is inside. Of course, from inside only it pervades outside. Thought, internal. So, adhyasa is of two types. One is external, another is internal. External one generate sarpa, internal one generate sarpa vritti. Okay? Existent sarpa or non-existent? If it is existent sarpa, we don't call it as erroneous perception. Since it is only an appearance, therefore we are calling it as adhyasa. So adhyasa, arthadhyasa, jnanadhyasa, two types of adhyasa. Then ajnanam is also of two types, I said. One ajnanam create snake, another ajnanam create snake knowledge. Snake knowledge. So snake thought or snake knowledge. Now chaitanyams are also two. Sarpa janaka avidya rajju. Sarpa janaka avidya rajju avachinna chaitanye tishtati. Rajju janaka avidya. Now chaitanyam, two types of chaitanyam. Rajju janaka avidya. Rajju avachinna chaitanya tishtati. What it means? Snake producing ignorance enclosed in the consciousness. Snake producing ignorance enclosed in the consciousness, enclosed within the rope. Enclosed within the rope. Now what is the second chaitanyam? Sarpajnana janaka. Okay, first one is sarpa janaka. Second one is sarpajnana janaka avidya antakarana avachinna chaitanye tishtati. Those who know little bit Sanskrit, you all can note, others blissfully ignore. Okay, sarpajnana janaka sarpajnana janaka avidya antakarana avachinna chaitanya tishtati. What it means? Same way that snake thought is snake thought producing ignorance. Okay, snake thought producing or snake knowledge producing ignorance enclosed within the consciousness, which is within the mind. I'll repeat once again. Snake thought producing ignorance. This is jnanadhyasa. Snake thought producing ignorance enclosed within the consciousness, which is within the mind. So all these are generally words jugglery, but simple thing we know. Seeing the snake upon the rope, that's all. But all this only for Vedanta students only, not for others. Okay, since you are all advanced students, therefore I am able to talk all these things. It's not for beginners, it is maybe difficult. If you are interested very much, slowly you will also get this clarity. Now in a dream, he is giving explanation. What happens in dream? Dream also same thing. Dream is also a projection. Now it is about a rope snake over. Now he takes an aside point here, that is Swapnam. What happens in Swapnam? I'll read that portion. Now you have arrived at Arthadhyasa, Jnanadhyasa, two types of Ajnanam, two types of Adhyasa, two types of Chaitanya. One is external, another is internal. Okay. Now, what about our dream? Let us come to our dream. Okay. Swapne tu anta sakshashraya avidyagata tamogunamshaha vishyakarena parinamate tadrisha vidyagata sattvagunamshaha tad jnanakarena parinamate atayeva स्वप्ने अंतस्थ अविद्या एव विषय तज्ज्ञानयोः उभयोः उपादानकारणं भवति अनेनैव हेतुना बाह्यरज्जुसर्पादयः आन्तरस्वाप्निकपदार्थाश्च साक्षिभास्या इत्युच्यन्ते अविद्यावृत्तिद्वारा यद्यत् साक्षि प्रकाशयति तत्तत् साक्षिभाष्यमित्युच्यते. Another important idea he is presenting, swapne, in swapna, a dream. So dream, we have gone to sleep and we get a dream. In that what happens? Just like in any avidya, snake we have saw outside and snake jnanam has come inside. Snake is there, you say. I got snake knowledge. So in the snake knowledge, snake is one thing and snake knowledge is another thing. One is outside, one is inside. What happens in swapna also? Same like this only. Swapna prapancha, first, arthadhyasa. Swapna prapancha. Dream also two. Again, object, that means swapna prapancha. Swapna, dream tiger, dream elephant, dream, everything, dream. Suppose you go on talking about corona, and they give you the picture of corona, how it looks. So suppose corona object appears in the dream. Okay, dream object. Then what next? Dream experience also, vritti. So both are swapna prapanchasya jnanam inside. Okay, tiger is chasing you. So tiger, you saw the tiger object in the dream, and this is a tiger chasing me, that knowledge, vritti. Where? In dream. So in dream, swapna prapancha is called arthadhyasa. Swapna vritti, that experience, swapna prapancha jnanam is called jnanadhyasa. So what is the difference between rajju sarpa jnanam and brahma jnanam? Here swapna prapancha and swapna jnanam, prapanchasya jnanam, the difference is this. Here we don't require two versions of Chaitanyam. Here we don't require two versions of Chaitanyam, because in Rajju Sarpa, we saw on the rope is outside. But whereas in dream, the objects, either rope or the snake or the tiger, whatever object you are seeing in the dream is inside. That is why both the Chaitanyams are inside only. We don't require two Chaitanyams. One is going outside is there, inside, both are not required. Therefore, Rajja avachinna Chaitanyam, Antakarana avachinna Chaitanyam, like that we don't require here. Therefore what? Tamoguna part of internal avidya. Here also again, Tamoguna, Sattva-guna. Even in dream also, a person sees a dream tiger, it is arthadhyasa. So tamoguna amsha of that avidya generate tiger outside, and sattva-guna amsha of avidya generate tiger jnanam. Okay, this is the difference. Sattva-guna part of internal avidya located in the Sakshi Chaitanyam, both are in Sakshi Chaitanyam, produce Swapna Anubhava. So two sentences we have to apply to the Swapna also. Number one is Tamoguna part of internal avidya, which is located in that internal Sakshi Chaitanyam. Tamoguna of avidya, which is located in the internal Chaitanyam, Sakshi Chaitanyam, project dream object. project, dream, object. Then what? Now Sattva Guna. Sattva Guna part of internal avidya. Why both are internal I am telling? Because Swapna is within us, internal only. That's why nobody sees our Swapna. That's why 2 times I am using internal. But in Rajju Sarpa Drishtanta I said one is external, one is internal. That is the difference ācaryas showing. Very, very unique presentation. You don't find anywhere like this. This type of analysis, threadbare analysis. So, Sattva Guna part of internal avidya, ignorance, located in the Sakshi Chaitanyam, produce Swapna Anubhava Vritti Ākārena Parinamate. Swapna Anubhava Vritti Ākārena Parinamate. Thought and dream objects. 2 things are there in the dream. Thought and dream object. 2 things are there in the dream internally. Both are internal. Okay, Rajya Sarpa Drishtanta, one is external, one is internal. But in Swapna Drishtanta, both are internal, both are in avidya, which avidya is in Sakshi Chaitanyam only. That is the topic here. You see into the line Swapne tu. Whereas in Swapna, unlike Rajju Sarpa, one is external, one is internal. But in dream, Anta Sakshi Ashraya Avidya. That avidya which is enclosed, Sakshi, Anta Sakshi Ashraya. That Sakshi Chaitanyam which is inside, avidyagata tamo gunamshaha, that tamo part, guna part of avidya, vishayakarena parinamate. Here vishayakarena means swapna vishayakarena, dream object, in the form of dream object, parinamate, it is projected, parinamate. Tadrisha avidyagata sattva gunamshaha, same place, that avidya, sattva guna is there. What is that sattva guna does? Sattva gunamshaha tad jnanakarena, tad tiger jnanakarena, or elephant, whatever person sees, that one person sees one object in the dream. So sattva gunamshaha tad jnanakarena parinamate. Ataeva, therefore, swapne antastha avidya eva. In dream, swapne antastha avidya, that avidya which is inside. Which is inside means what? Waker ignorance. A person who is sleeping, he do not know that he is waker. So avidya is there. Vishayaha tat jnanam jnanayoho ubhayam ubhayoho upadana karanam. Vishayaha, tiger. Just I am giving example, tiger. Okay, Vishayaha, tiger. Then tiger jnanam. That's why you see, after getting up morning, I saw tiger in my sleep yesterday in my dream. So the tiger jnanam is there for you. You are not telling seeing tiger and telling elephant. You don't say. Seeing tiger as tiger, you say. So the tiger, tad jnanam, that means that wish object knowledge. Ubhayoho, of both of them. What is upadana karanam? That upadana karanam bhavati. So what is that? Avidya only. Avidya alone is the upadana karanam, material cause of both these swapne antastha avidya eva. That ignorance alone is the upadana karanam. Anenaiva hetuna. With this, because of this reason alone, bahya rajju sarpadayaha, external rajju sarpa, rope snake or shell silver, etc. Antara swapna swapnika padarthascha, both of them, either internal object knowledge, dream object knowledge, or jagrata avastha object, whatever you superimpose, and object knowledge, both of them sakshi bhasyam, means they are witnessed by a consciousness alone. Consciousness alone is the witnesser. avidya dvara yadyat sakshi prakashayati. Whatever is illumined by Sakshi Chaitanyam, all avidya vritti, that through Jnana Dhyasa, all of them tat Sakshi Bhasyam ityuchyate. They are all illumined by Sakshi Chaitanyam only, consciousness only. More in the next class. Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.